I'm Jim McGrew, women's golf coach at Dalton State. I was fortunate to start this program 6 years ago, and we're in our 5th year of competition. I grew up in South Texas and then went to school at the University of Arkansas. From there, became a public school teacher and coach, and have been here in Dalton for 30 years now. My golf philosophy is, or in terms of my teaching philosophy or coaching philosophy is like anything else. I think you have to first determine what your strengths and what your weaknesses are, and then from there you try and maximize your strengths, make the most out of them, and with your weaknesses you try and minimize them, or try and not let them hurt you. As far as with our players, I think the greatest philosophy you can have is to go recruit great players, and we've been fortunate enough to do that here at Dalton State, and great players are obviously what it takes to have a great program. And if you have great players, I think you can trust them. I feel like I'm to some extent a player's coach. I trust the players that we have to do the things that they need to do. We have structure and we have things that we do, but then try and give them some time as well to work on the things that they need to do. And I think that's the big deal with them, is getting them to understand what their strengths are and play into them, and knowing what their weaknesses are and trying to make the weaknesses become better. You know, as a high school coach, and I started out helping a good friend, Dennis Johnson, coach, and then my son got involved in playing, and I guess that was kind of where it really took off, is with him playing and wanting to help see things done a certain way there with his program, and so that's kind of where it all took off and where the beginning was for me as a golf coach. Yes, I think I covered it a little bit earlier, but teaching style again is kind of I trust the players. I think, again, helping the players know what their strengths are, what they're capable of, and then when the time comes to compete, if they've done the work, put in the time, it's just a matter of trusting yourself and believing yourself. And I believe in our players, and I know they know that I believe in them and trust them, and I think that's the biggest thing I can give for them on the golf course and as a part of our program, is just know that I believe and trust in them, and then hopefully that helps them to go out and perform at their best. I think that's kind of a two-part thing. I think there's a part of me that says, what am I the most proud of with what we've done at the program? And I think the thing that I'm most proud of is when we go recruit a student athlete to come to Dalton State. It's a huge leap of faith on their part to come be a part of our program. Most of them have never seen Dalton or heard of Dalton before. So I think the thing I'm most proud of is when they're finished with their time here, after they've played here for 4 years and they graduate, that if you asked them if they would do it all over again, the answer that they've all given is yes. If they could do it over again, this is still the decision that they would make to come to Dalton State. We've had 2 players that have played for us and graduated and still chose to stay and be a part of the program and coach. I've had 2 players that have gotten married and been there at their wedding, and to be still a part of their lives and feel like we're a part of it and we're a big family. Hopefully a lot more on down the road, but I guess that's probably the thing that I'm most proud of, is what we've been able to do in terms of the players feeling like this is a home to them. In terms of accomplishment, I think the consistency that we've had. We finished second in the nation our first year. We've been a top 5 team every year. We've won 3 conference championships, but I think the consistency, if the latest NAI poll, I think now we've been inside the top 5 for like 20 straight polls. So I guess that's the part of it that I'm most proud of, is the consistency we've been able to have to be good, but to be good for a period of time as well.